RedNationBlogga back with another video, y'all. The Rockets win. They defeat the Dallas Mavericks 108 to 102. Jalen Green leads all scorers. Double-double. 23 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. Not his most efficient night. 9 of 21 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3, 5 turnovers. And even with that, he was a plus 12. He's emerging into the team's best player. He's starting to become the team's best player. It's getting to the point where down the stretch of games, I'm screaming at the television, get Jalen Green the ball. Get Jalen Green the ball. Give the ball to number 4. It's getting to that point. And this game was very stressful. At first, it was easy going. The Rockets were up as much as 21 or 23 points. And in the NBA, no lead is safe. So even when the Rockets are up 23, you like, nope, keep scoring, keep scoring. They get it down to Dallas, gets it down to 13. Rockets go back up 19. Dallas gets it down to 12. Rockets get it back up to 17. You just want the scoreboard to keep moving up in the Rockets' favor, and you want the play clock to be moving down in the Rockets' favor. But today's game was stressful, but I like what I saw. Dylan Brooks has 17 points. Jabari Smith with 14 points. Amen Thompson with 10 points. Tari Eason with 15 points. It was just a really, really good game from key guys on the roster. Jalen Green is emerging, y'all. He's becoming an all-star down the stretch of these games. He really is. I want to just go back to him, like just stand on him for a little bit. I do want to talk about other players, but I just want to stay here real quick. It's getting to the point, like I said, where we want him to close games. Anytime the Rockets need a bucket, anytime that they hit a dry spell, I want the ball to be in Jalen Green's hands. And too often, it's not being in his hands, and it's becoming problematic to me. There are some things that Jalen Green can improve on, in my opinion. For example, not shooting so many threes, although he only shot 8, I believe, tonight. It's still getting to the point where it feels like he's settling for threes rather than attacking, rather than continuously attack the goal. This is a guy that can finish at all different angles. He has really long arms. He had a crazy, freaky, insane type of finish where he wasn't even looking, spent the ball off the backboard, reverse layup, and it went in, and it was an and one, I believe. The guy is unbelievable. His scoring repertoire on this team is starting to become unmatched. That is how much in his bag he is to start this season. And I just hope that it continuously gets better and better and better. And a lot in this era of basketball, we look so much towards efficiency. Did he shoot over 50%? Was he 40% from 3? Was he 100% from the free throw line? Did he have 0 turnovers? We get into that point so much that when guys struggle, but they close for you, it's like, oh, they didn't have a bad game. And I'm having to knock myself out of that type of mentality because I never looked at basketball like that. But tonight was a very, very beautiful game from Jalen Green. Anytime the Rockets needed a big shot, he provided anytime. And that's what you need from a superstar player. And that's what Jalen Green is becoming. This is looking like an all-star season. I want to go to Alperen Sengun. Alperen Sengun's line for the night, he had a double-double as well. 17 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of 16 from the floor. 31% shooting. I don't know what's wrong with bro to start this season. Everybody, I'm looking at other podcasts and they're saying, well, you know, the pace is higher and it's not as slow of a pace as last year, so he's struggling. It's not as much Fred and Alperen Sengun pick and rolls, so he's struggling. He's trying to get his chemistry right with Jalen Green and learn when to play off of Jalen Green and when to go get his own shot. All of these conversations are being had, and it's just like, is this really affecting Alperen Sengun this much? Because he just has not looked himself. As I said, the mid-range jumper is just non-existent this year. It's non-existent. He doesn't even attempt it. The 3-ball is improved, but he only shot 1 today, and he airballed that. And he's not as efficient with his back-to-the-basket game. All of his little fancy moves that he had over the left shoulder, over the right shoulder, spinning reverse layups, it's not there anymore. It's not translating. I don't know what's going on with bro. And smaller guys are starting to become a problem for him. PJ Washington defended him down the stretch. Derek Lively was in foul trouble. Daniel Gafford was in foul trouble. This is the second 6'7" guy that has been able to defend Alperen Sengun. I never thought I'd see the day. Year 4, you just got your bag. Guys that are 6'7" are giving you trouble. What's going on? Seriously, what's going on? Alperen Sengun is early in the season. And just like Jalen Green is connecting and hitting on all cylinders, Alperen Sengun can flip it right in a second. So I'm going to keep giving him the benefit of the doubt. Jabari Smith Jr., 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 0 turnovers. Listen, y'all know my gripe with Jabari Smith. And even with that, I thought Jabari could have contributed down the stretch of this game. I'm going to get to late stretches of this game later, but I just want to talk about certain players first. Jabari Smith, 1 of 5 from 3. It's not going to get it done. He starts next to Alperen Sengun, another non-shooter. Jabari, if they can't respect your spacing, what's the point? Oh, well, he just has the threat of shooting the 3. Yeah, but you got to make the 3 to be a threat. Eventually, the scouting report is going to say, inch a little further. It's going to start taking away gaps and lanes to the rim. Jabari, you have to knock down shots, my brother. You have to. Your job is to be a 3-point sniper. You have to start doing it. Or if you're not going to knock down 3-point shots, then you got to start knocking down mid-range shots at a way higher rate, my bro. You got to. It has to happen some way, shape, or form. It has to happen, Jabari Smith. I don't want to keep kicking you back in, brother, but it has to happen. Dillon Brooks was great defensively. He did what he did. 17 points, as I said, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Don't really want to stay on him longer. Amen Thompson and Tari Eason, I want to get to the bad first, so I'm just going to scoop past him. Tari Eason is knocking that rust off. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 of 10 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. He needs to start closing more. He needs to be in the closing lineups. He had 18 minutes tonight. He needs to be at 20 to 22 minutes. He needs to start eating into either Jabari's minutes, Dillon Brooks' minutes, Sengun's minutes, or Fred VanVleet's minutes. It's 4 guys' minutes he can start chewing into, but he needs to start chewing into their minutes. Amen Thompson as well, depending on the matchup. Amen Thompson is becoming a really critical piece when it comes to closing lineups, when it comes to being a Swiss Army knife. His minutes need to start ticking up. Both of these guys should have been north of 20 minutes tonight, both of them, and they weren't. And that's very, very frustrating. Let's get to the bread and butter of this conversation, man. Ime Udoka. Last year, Ime Udoka was all about accountability, holding the young guys accountable. That's what he was about. Jalen Green got benched 20 times last year. Alperen Sengun had games where he got benched. Jabari Smith had games where he got benched. Cam Whitmore, Amen Thompson, you name it. They had games where they got benched last year. Fred VanVleet played 39 minutes today, had 4 points, was 2 of 13 from the field, 0 of 7 from 3. He had 0 turnovers and was a minus 12. He was the biggest minus in the starting lineup. I'm sorry. He was the biggest minus on the team. Ime, hold him accountable. Last year, there was a game versus Dallas where it was a close game down the stretch. Luka and Kyrie took turns on Fred VanVleet defensively. They took turns on him, licked their chops every single time down. You have 6'7" Amen Thompson, 6'7" Tari Eason on the bench. Put them in the game. Alperen Sengun cannot score on PJ Washington. Take him out the game. The closing lineup should have been Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, Dillon Brooks, Jalen Green, and Amen Thompson. That should have been the closing lineup. If you really want to get freaky, take Jabari out, put Cam Whitmore in. It should have been 5 out to match the Mavericks' 5 out. And you got length, you got athleticism, you got strength, you got wingspan, you got size. I'm tired of Fred VanVleet getting minutes on this team, guaranteed minutes. Jalen now is showing you can trust him in the late game spots. Let Jalen dribble the ball. do a high pick and roll, get spacing. Amen Thompson can be the 5. He can roll to the rim. You can put you can still have Jabari at the 4. Or if you get freaky, you can have Cam Whitmore at the 4. But this notion that we have to have Fred VanVleet in there for minutes, I don't understand it. I do not understand it, Ime Udoka, and you're going to cost us a game. You're going to cost us a game. He's out there shooting shots. To start the fourth quarter, he started the fourth quarter. He took 2 shots, ill-advised. I don't care if he was open. Jalen Green has the hot hand. Feed Jalen Green. It's his time. Feed him the ball. And it's not a Jalen Green thing. If it was Alperen Sengun that had the hot hand, feed him the ball. You don't need to be shooting. You haven't made a shot all game. You're 0 for 7 from 3. You're 2 of 12 from the field, or whatever the case may be. Stop shooting. Go to the bench. Ime, hold him accountable, brother. Hold him accountable. He should have been on the bench. This is a win, and I'm really upset about this. This is a win. Rockets are 3-2. They beat the Mavericks for the first time in I don't know when. Controlled the game basically from end to end. But that's all I got, man. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. RedNationBlogga out.